Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know that I currently have discounted reading specials going on right now. So all you do is you visit my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Give it a few seconds to pop up on your screen. There we go. And then we look over here and we have the specials and discounts page. So we click this link at the top of the page. It'll take us to the specials and discounts section, and this is the current special that I have going on. Now, of course, you can always routinely check my website and my specials and discounts page to see if I have any new specials going on at any given time. Of course, I do have regularly priced offers as well, but if you're ever short on cash, as we all are sometimes, and you need a reading, please check out my specials and discounts page, alright, and see what offers I have going on there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I can't wait to read for you, and I look forward to your support, and I thank you for your support, and I look forward to conversating with you and doing your reading, okay? Namaste, love and light. If you have any questions, please check out the FAQ section on my website, the personal ethics section, the blog section, and of course, the reviews and personal reading testimonial section as well. Cancer, why people take you for granted. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, Cancer Venus, Cancer Mars, Cancer Pluto, first house, second house. If you have Cancer anywhere prominent in your chart, then this is for you, okay? And this is also for Cancer Man and Cancer Woman, okay? So Cancer, why people take you guys for granted? Well, first of all, you guys are such sensitive, sweet souls. Alright, you guys feel very deeply. You feel things, you feel feelings very, very deeply. And therefore you guys can take things to heart, alright? But the thing about you guys is that you guys are also super duper strong, which I think most people look past or underestimate about you guys, okay? Because there's no way in the world that someone could feel so deeply, feel things so deeply, and not, you know, be strong, alright? It's almost like, you know, the thing where it's like, there's no way a dumb blonde, you know, could actually play a dumb blonde so well, you know? Kind of like, you know, they said about Marilyn Monroe, she's dumb, but she was actually really, really super intelligent, right? It's kind of like Cancers, you know, it's like you guys are super aware of your emotions, so you're super aware of other people's emotions, but people take that for granted because you are so, you know, or you seem oftentimes so capable of maintaining your own emotions that, you know, people just assume that you'll be able to take whatever they throw at you. But Cancers have a breaking point like any other human being, right? See, Cancers are like sponges, and the thing about sponges is that yes, when you throw things at them, you know, obviously, or when you drop them, you throw them anywhere, you know, or you just, you know, treat them not so delicately, it's okay, they bounce back, it's a sponge, right? But sponges also take things in, you know, sponges also feel, alright? They may not tell you that they feel, you know, but, you know, eventually a sponge will, you know, break down. You treat it horribly, you know, over time, it's gonna become degrading, you know, it's gonna degrade over time. I mean, it's going to become not as spongy, not as the, you know, you sponge that you can use anymore. Does that make sense? Like, it's going to become so tainted at some point that you're going to have to throw it away and get a new one, right? That's kind of like Cancers, you guys, and people in your situation, in your life, relationships in your life. You guys can take in so much that eventually you guys reach a breaking point, because people take you and your ability to take so much for granted. Also, with that, you guys have ability to keep a lot in. So often when people, or when you like cut people off, sometimes, not often, but sometimes when you cut people off, it can be like confusing because they're like, wait, why? You know, and you're like, you know, oh, I expected you to already know, you know. But the thing with you guys is that you're also super duper psychic, and you know, you're intuitive, you're in tune with your emotions, so you kind of assume sometimes people are the other way, are the same way, but you know, that's not the case, unfortunately. So you guys are very special in that way, and I think people take that specialness about you guys for granted. Your ability to feel deeply, to empathize, you know, with other people who feel deeply or who are going through a moment of feeling deeply, and bounce back and help them to bounce back, you know. And people expect you to show up for them every time, and typically for the most part you do, because that's what you do for people you love. You're a Cancer. I mean, Cancer rules are, you know, emotional instincts. It rules nurturing, okay? It rules the connection or the relationship to the mother. You know, the mother tends to be, you know, stereotypically the nurturing, you know, parental figure. All right. Oftentimes people who do have like Cancer placements, certain Cancer placements, do tend to be kind of nurtured by their mother, like their parents or maternal figures or something like that. But also Cancers themselves tend to be very nurturing and kind of maternal, whether they're male or female. But people take that for granted, you know. People take for granted your ability to stick up for them and to, you know, always kind of be on their side. But when people show you when you show people a different side of yourself, the real part of you, the part of you that sticks up for yourself, people want you to go back to that Cancer that they could kind of manipulate for their benefit. And, you know, the Cancer that, you know, they could easily take for granted. Alright? That can be super frustrating for Cancers, you know? So, these are some of the reasons why Cancers get so taken for granted often in relationships and friendships. And in life, you know, Cancers show up, and they consistently show up each and every time for the people, the things, you know, the careers, the jobs that they love. Alright? But people can take that for granted, you know? And be ungrateful, you know, when Cancer decides to stick up for themselves, which is just totally unnecessary and totally disgusting. Alright? But that's life. And that's what makes Cancer strong, you know, because they have to fight back. Alright? They have to kind of defend themselves against that energy, that negativity. Alright? Like I said, there's no way that they're not strong with that capability to feel, you know, and deal with those feelings as well. Like, some people can't deal with those feelings, and typically they'll turn to a Cancer to help them deal, right? So like Cancers often, you know, will deal with like people who vent to them a lot, you know. Cancers take in that energy, but they take it in lovingly, willingly for the people that they love, you know. People take that for granted, though. The fact that you show up consistently each and every time. The fact that you're reliable and dependable. You know, especially as a friend, as a lover, as a loved one, you know. Cancer rules the family, you know, the home, alright? The matriarch. We all depend on the matriarch. Remember, you know, the great-grandma in the family, or the grandma in the family that even your mom goes to for advice, you know, still at, you know, 48 or however old your mom is, you know, and then you go to your mom for advice. But when you really, really need some like straight to it advice, you go to the matriarch of the family. That's Cancer, you know. Always there for you, no matter what. Always willing to listen. Always willing to hear you vent yourself out. You know, always giving you a good word, helping you, you know, boost your emotions to stay emotionally stable, to deal with things. But people take it for granted, you know, when Cancer needs something, it's like, you know, no one's around sometimes. Or, you know, sometimes people want things from Cancer but don't reciprocate anything back. It's like, you know, it's very you know, difficult, you know, and I'm a Capricorn sun, you know, Libra moon, Virgo rising. I don't have much Cancer in my chart at all, but I tend to be quite attracted to Cancers and their nurturing, their, you know, their softness. But they don't deal too well with abrasiveness. I know from firsthand, okay, from dealing with a Cancer who I was a bit too abrasive with. My Mercury and Mars are in Sagittarius, so what can I say? But they're very, you know, nurturing people, and sometimes people do take that nurturing for granted, you know, as did I, you know. You know, I expected, you know, the Cancer guy I was into, I had a huge crush on, to take my, you know, anger, you know, at the moment. I was really angry at him for not, you know, answering my messages. Well, he answered my messages, but, you know, I don't know, he was really bad at not answering, like, you know, text or, like, things like that, and not calling when he said he would call. This was, like, years ago, though. And as a Libra moon, that is not cool. Virgo rising for me, honey, I need to talk all the time, right? Not all the time, but I just need to talk. I love to talk, right? That's why I'm doing this video right now. But yeah, right then and there, though, I learned about a Cancer strength, silent strength. He didn't say anything. He just completely, he read my messages, but he didn't respond to my anger, you know. He would only respond to my balanced, you know, kind of not crazy, spontaneous Sagittarius, you know, fiery messages, you know. So they're very interesting in that way, you know. They can kind of direct you to what, you know, the best course of action is to take in a situation, without necessarily being kind of hands-on and tough like maybe their polar opposite zodiac sign would, Capricorn, and that Saturn energy, you know. Saturn is the father of the zodiac, okay? So the father of the zodiac has no patience for your BS. The father has no time for you not answering your texts, you know, not answering your call, you know, all that type of stuff. So, but, you know, the father of the zodiac can learn a lot from the mother of the zodiac, am I right? So, and I mean, even think of that dynamic. Like, even the mother gets, you know, fed up with the father's BS over time. You know, him staying late after work, you know, staying home from work too late, complaining about, you know, the coffee being cold. Eventually, you know, and I know these are really stereotypical, like, you know, examples, but go with it, alright? Also, these could be synonymous for any kind of gender role or relationship, whether it be same-sex or, you know, opposite sex. But anyways, yeah, that's like, you know, but one thing that the mother will typically stop doing is the mother will just stop making coffee completely. You know, the mother will just, you know, shut the father out, you know, emotionally. And then will only respond to the things that, you know, they want to respond to. Only will respond to things that resonate with the direction they want the relationship to go. So they're smart, Cancers. They're smart. They know how to emotionally direct situations too, back to where they want it to be. You know? So when a Cancer feels like they're being unappreciated, one thing they'll do is they'll cut you off. They'll emotionally ice you out. Alright? Or they'll just straight up tell you to F off. Alright? Or whatever, you know, the situation is. You know, God forbid that happen. But a Cancer will do that. Don't underestimate a Cancer in their anger. Alright? But most of all, a Cancer will not let you get to them. Alright? Emotionally. They'll shut themselves in their little crab shell, and they won't come out until they feel like it. Alright? And at that point, there's nothing you can do. At that point, there's nothing you can do to fix the situation. So, you know, you kind of have to, at that point, go with Cancer's timing. Alright? So, never get to a point where, you know, a Cancer feels like they're being unappreciated in the relationship. Trust me, I know. You've heard my story, honey. Alright? So, if any of you Cancers have any advice, because I'm working on the relationship with this Cancer right now, let me know in the comments below. Of course, I know to go on his own timing, and that's totally fine with me. Trust me, we've been friends since high school. But, you know, any tidbits from Cancers themselves who, you know, of course, would know how a Cancer operates, let me know, okay? I love you guys' like advice and talks in the comment section. You guys give a really, really good advice a lot of the times, actually. I love the conversations that you have with each other. I don't love the shade that you guys throw at each other. And I definitely don't love the shade that you guys throw at me. But either way, it's all love. So this is why Cancers, some people take you guys for granted. Alright. But, you know what? At the end of the day, you can only allow someone to treat you the way you treat yourself, or the way you believe yourself or the way you believe you should be treated. Alright? So if you respect a Cancer, Cancer will respect you. Cancer, if you respect yourself, you won't allow anyone to disrespect you ever. Okay? So, I'm signing off with this. Alright? Never take a Cancer for granted. Right? Ever, ever, ever. Just like you should never take your mother for granted. Okay? Love and light. If you would like your own personal reading, birth chart reading, psychic tarot reading, or more, okay, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, where I can do a personal individual birth chart reading for you, compatibility birth chart reading, business birth chart reading for your child, or more. Okay, I also do psychic tarot readings out via phone, Skype, which are more expensive, video, alright, which goes by minute basis, audio, email, okay, and so much more. So check those out on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. And I thank you for your support. Please like this video, share with your friends and family, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, please like me on my social media, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend official, or just type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot in the search bar on Facebook, and on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Okay, thank you. Namaste, love and light. Catch you in the next video. Cancers, you guys are awesome. Okay, love you, and I appreciate you guys for all that you bring to the world. Okay, I believe Earth might be a Cancer, to be honest. Okay, I'm just saying. Have you been wanting to get a reading from me? Well, it's easy. Let's go through it together. So all you do is you visit my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, and you can visit the site on your computer or on your phone, and you click the store button right here at the top of the page, and here are all my services that I offer. I do candle offerings and all different types of birth chart readings and psychic tarot readings, messages from your spirit guides, and so much more. So you click the one that you want, you click the Pay with PayPal button, and it'll take you to the PayPal page where you can pay for your reading. Now, you'll hear from me within 24 hours, you know, for your reading confirmation, and then I'll get your reading back to you within a 48-hour period. Usually, you know, it's, you know, a day or less. Okay, so I look forward to reading for you. Thank you for your support.